one more time?
Oh, this is Emilio with celebnmusic247.
Okay. Nice to meet you, brother.
Nice to meet you too. So, I was checking things out. You have an album coming out called 15 to Life. I wanted to ask you, can you tell me a little bit about the project?
I mean, the project is based on reality for the most part. I'm just more focused on trying to bring my life and my life experiences to the world. You know, I just had the world get in touch with, you know, my life experiences from a Virgin Island standpoint, from where I was raised. You know?
Correct. Can you tell me a little bit about your upbringing and how it was growing up in the Virgin Islands and then moving to New York?
I mean, growing up in the Virgin Islands, it was enjoyable. It had its perks for the most part. Some people might call it paradise, but for us, you know, growing up here, when you grow up someplace, you kind of take it for granted. So for me, I mean, they call it paradise. For me, it was just home, but it was enjoyable. I really can't complain too much about me growing up in the Virgin Islands. I mean, it's like anywhere else. There's the streets, and then there's the good part. Like if you're living in New York, you know, you go to Manhattan when you want to shop as a shopping district. That's kind of like the heart of New York. And then when you leave, you can either go to Brooklyn or you could go to we say Queens or wherever. And that's when you kind of stepping outside of the comfort zone of New York when it comes to being a tourist. So you know, sometimes it's usually like anywhere else. It's an island, but for the most part, it's like anywhere else.
Right. No, that makes sense. So when was it in your life that made you realize that you wanted to go into music and start rapping? What was your turning point?
I went through a situation, and as far as I was incarcerated, and me being incarcerated gave me a whole lot of time to think, because now I'm sitting in a cell by myself with just me and my thoughts. And, you know, I started to realize that I needed to do something that I like doing. Not something that I just want to do, or something that I'm just passing time myself with. It was more so you need to find something that you like doing, so you can stay focused and keep you away from being in the streets or doing the things that you did and got you back in prison. You know, I needed to find an end game, something that I know if I have a goal, then it'll keep me disciplined. So, you know, I started to play around with the music, and, you know, I started to have a love for it, and I still wanted to live the way I was living before I was incarcerated. And I felt like music was one of the ways that I can still live that way and still, you know, be gratified by what I'm doing.
Okay. So does your music reflect time in prison, or do you talk about that?
Yeah, I definitely do talk about that, because I feel like my music is basically made up of the things that I've been through. So there's no way I could just leave that out, because that was a lot of my life experiences. You know, I didn't spend a short amount of time in prison, so, you know, for the most part, like, I had to actually incorporate that in there. And then, you know, it's made up of stuff that happened before that as well, and stuff to this present day. So it's made up of everything that I've been through from then to now.
Okay. So did you serve the whole time, or did you not serve the whole time? If I could ask that question.
No, I didn't serve. I did 6 years, but I had life in prison. I actually had 15 years for life in prison.
Oh wow!
But I did 6 years. Yeah. So, you know, I mean, by the grace of God, I'm here and I'm talking to you. So, you know, I feel blessed just to have this conversation with you.
No, that's awesome. Let me ask you this question. So once you got out, what was your game plan? Like, how did you get into the rap game, and who was your person that gave you the first break?
My game plan was actually going straight to the studio. So I first went straight to the studio, and I tried to I went to W. Fresh's house, as a matter of fact. And, you know, I got with his kids, and that was my first chance to actually get in the studio. And then, you know, I had a mutual friend, Casino Mike, that knew Maino, so he had made the introduction to Maino. And then, you know, after like a period of time, I started getting up with Maino and going to the studio. And, you know, he started to hear some of the music that I was doing. And he basically told me that you got it, man. Like, you can do it. You just got to focus on it. So, Maino was basically the first person that actually, the first major artist that actually kept, I believe in you, and I know you could do it. I'm thankful for that. Every day I'm thankful for that because he was the one that actually kept that drive and said, yo, you know what, bro? You could do it. Just stay focused on it. And then, he was the first person to put me on a record with him, the first major artist to put me on a record with him and give me my shot to prove to the world, or to his fan base, what I could do and what I'm capable of doing.
No, that's awesome. So, I love the track "See You Later." That's a great song with Maino, and
Thank you.
So you're welcome. So, can we expect more music like that, or what's the direction that you're going to go with the 15 to Life album?
It's gonna be more music like that, but it's gonna be a little more. It probably might be a little more edgy, but it's definitely gonna be music where it's reflecting who I am as an individual. But it might be it will be a little more edgy, But it definitely still will reflect who I am, like how that record reflects who I am to this present day. So, and what I'm going through at the present moment, whatever it may be, whether it's something good, whether it's something negative. But you can definitely expect stuff from a reality standpoint.
Right. Now, and now you have like a gritty sound, like a Young Jeezy DMX kind of sound to me when I listen to you, which I am personally a fan of. But is that more like the New York side of you, or is that like where does the island side of you come into the music?
Well, that's just me in a nutshell, to be honest with you. The island side, you're gonna hear it when I start to speak about my experiences and different people that I lost going through the struggle, or different things that I might talk about that where it's relatable to the islands, or you might hear my accent peek out in certain records. I might just play with my accent and let it peek out in certain records, but not on a consistent basis. But I don't want to say it's the New York side of me when you hear me sounding like that. I just feel like it's me in a nutshell, and it's no two sides, not like a New York side or a St. Thomas side. It's just me in a nutshell, to be honest with you. It's just me giving you who I am, and you're going to hear some of my experience that I've been through in New York. You're going to hear some of it that I've been through in St. Thomas. And when you hear St. Thomas, it's just me letting you know that, this is some of the stuff that I've been through. And don't always think that St. Thomas is just paradise or peaches and cream for the most part.
Okay. So, are there any surprise, other rappers that you're working with, like Maino on this album, or is it just Maino, or do you have any other artists that you can talk about?
Well, actually, that record with me and Maino is actually not going to be on the album. It was a record that was on his album, and we had shot the video. So I was more in control of the video. So I just said, all right, cool, I'm gonna put it out to kind of just build momentum, and just kind of let people see that,
right.
I've been doing this. I'm not coming from a standpoint of, I don't want people to feel like I just popped up on them, or I'm just like a jack out the box. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But right now I'm not gonna have too much. Like, for my first project, I just wanted to give it to the people so they could get familiar with me. On my second project, I start to work with more people, so there's not really features on my first project like that.
Okay, no, that's a good thing. That's always a good thing. It's more about you, and that's what it should be about. Do you have any?
The only features on my I apologize.
No, go ahead.
The only features on my project would be like people that unknown artists that you probably never heard of in your life, but we just building together. But on my second project, I'm gonna give you more known artists.
Okay. That's cool. Are there any producers that you worked with on this album that are like known, or are they all new artists as well?
All new artists. Everybody's kind of new. It was just like everybody's introduction, and just showing that we could put together a project without any major cosigns or anything like that. Just people just putting together a project and saying, all right, let the masses respect it. Right. And then once they start to respect it, then whoever else, whether they probably a major artist or whoever, once they respect it, they probably come and co-sign it.
Right.
So we just want to show that we could put together a fruitful project and make it make sense.
Well, that makes sense. Is there any producers down the road that you want to work with?
Oh yeah, definitely. I definitely would like to work with Swiss, Mike Will, people like that. Like I would definitely like to work with because I feel like they have direction.
Right.
I feel like they definitely have direction. Definitely. I feel like you could sit with them and they could come up with something that would make a whole lot of sense. And there's a list. So I mean, if I give you a whole list, we'd be here for a little while, me just naming people. So I just kind of gave you some off my head. I gave you an old and I gave you a new.
Okay, no, that's cool. That's cool. Now with the project coming out, do you already have a release date, or is it just sometime this year?
It's going to be sometime this year. It's going to be sometime this year. I don't have a release date because I wanted to just build momentum.
Gotcha.
I didn't want to just throw it out and then it's just missed. I feel like my work is worth more than that. So I didn't want to just be like, okay, here, take this. I kind of want to build momentum, and then once I think people start to gravitate towards it a little more, then we say, we can have a release date here. This is the release date.
Okay. No, that makes sense. And can we expect another single or video coming soon in the next few months, or that would be like maybe summertime?
Yeah, before that, you can expect it like probably in the next month, no more than a month probably. We just actually strategizing and trying to make sure we make the right move, but definitely expect a video within the next month, couple weeks or a month. That's where we're pushing, to be honest with you.
Oh, that's what's up. Can you tell us the name of the song?
We got two songs up in the air, so I don't want to say one name and then we go with another record, and then people hear the interview and they say, "Oh, well, he said he's gonna do this and he did that." So what I would do is, I have a record named Promise, and it's either gonna be Promise or it will be Audemars Stars. I don't know which one it's gonna be yet. We gonna see which one makes sense. We're gonna go over it, and then whatever everybody agree on and whatever we think the strategy is, then we'll go from there.
That makes sense. And the other thing I was going to ask you is, how do you feel that you separate yourself from other artists that are currently coming out in hip hop today?
I mean, I just try to give you my island background. I just try to give you, I don't feel like when it comes to being in the streets in the Virgin Islands or any other island, I don't know too many hip hop artists that actually came from that standpoint. I don't know none. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying this to nobody else, but when you're talking about the streets of the Virgin Islands, I know I'm going to give you that. And I'm going to give you that, how would I say? I'm going to give you that without a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how I would separate myself. You might find a New York artist, you might find 10 New York artists that can tell you about the streets of New York, but you can't find 10 St. Thomas artists, 10 Virgin Islands artists that can tell you about the streets of the Virgin Islands from my standpoint, from my era.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes total sense. All right, so no, thank you very much. Now I got 5 questions that are going to be off the wall, and it's just about you for your fans. So some things that they don't know about you. Okay, so I'm just going to throw these questions.
Okay.
Just give me some fast answers. Your favorite color?
Black.
All right. Favorite thing on a woman?
Fat ass, man. I need a fat ass.
Okay. Favorite place to hang out?
It depends. I don't hang in the studio, so I went into the studio. That's a good one. The beach.
Okay. That was your answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Strip club or just party club?
Strip club.
Okay.
You get 2 in 1. With the strip club, you get 2. With the strip club, you get 2 in 1.
Okay. Timberlands or tennis shoes?